Alright, back again. This is going to be a long-winded story. Well, maybe not necessarily long-winded, but it's going to go back to an event that's over a week old. I couldn't do a video on it because I had a bunch of cold whatever going on because 2-3 seasons in one day. You know how it goes this time of year. I could barely talk, and well, I didn't get to do this speech. It was on the Rand Paul attack. And I have a few liberals where I work, and I'm filling in a different department who is swamped because they can't hire good people. I mean that literally. Common sense definitely is not a common denominator there. Anyway, back on topic. Smack my hand. I'm sitting at a red light. I can do that. And these liberals, enlightened intellectual liberals, were talking about how Rand Paul deserved to be jumped and attacked. Here's my thing. I have never disagreed with someone so much that I'm willing to jump to attack them. And they were saying that over political reasons. I've never wanted to attack anyone physically attack anyone for political reasons. Pretty much about the only difference of opinion I'm going to do that is if you're trying to bully someone. Once you kind of get into that, crossing that line a bit, then yeah, you'll be put down. But as far as just, I disagree with you, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. No, I don't do that. Never had the desire to do so. And here these intellectual people are, highly evolved people, as they seem to let on, saying, oh, he deserved it, he probably should have had more, blah, 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 blah. And it really kind of pissed me off just a bit. But then they got to talking about the UCLA basketball players who got caught shoplifting in China, and how Trump should do something about it while he's over there, but he probably won't because he's an evil person. And it kind of stuck in my craw. And today, I've had this lovely little article popped out, and it was where when Trump was in China, he negotiated with their leader, Li. I'm not good with names. I actually did look it up. I read the article. I don't remember the name. I couldn't pronounce it anyway. You would think having one of my political science professors is originally from China and is still an adjunct professor to China. You would think I would be able to speak, and especially given all the Chinese exchange students I knew in college, you would think I would have gleaned something. Nope. No pronunciations, no nothing. I do good to pronounce English, and I do good to remember my own name. My entire family's like that. We cannot remember names. That being said, but the article said that when Trump was over in China, he helped negotiate, and had him, kind of intervene and set him free. And I told one of these liberals, specifically the one who said Trump would not do that because he's basically a piece of crap. This is what happened. Oh yeah, and then the response was, oh yeah, right. Where'd you get this information? Breitbart? I was like, no, close. The breaking news was Fox News, but I did find where it was CNN and others. But she went to what she considered a reliable news source, which was a sports-oriented news source, and was reading the announcement out loud to me, because apparently, I have a bachelor's degree, but I can't cite credible sources, and got to the point where it referenced Trump negotiating or discussing it and asking him to kind of see what he can do to get them freed. And you know what happened? She just quit talking and closed out of the article. The fact of the matter was, this individual is so ingrained with the idea that I'm right, you're wrong, that when confronted with proof that they were wrong and someone else was right, they just shut down. You can't do that you really should not do that. I can't say can't, because it's a possibility, but you shouldn't do that. You should not be so ingrained with your personal beliefs that you can just shut down when you're confronted with overwhelming proof that you're wrong. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Accept the fact you're wrong, change your opinion or your beliefs, and then move forward. Don't just shut down, don't dig in deeper. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Change your opinions and move on. But no, couldn't do that. And I think that's a lot of what's wrong with society right now, is we have this overwhelming desire to be right at all costs, even to the point of violence even, that we cannot accept the premise that we can be wrong. And we can be wrong about a lot of things. Political issues, social issues, economic, environmental, personal. I mean, it's possible to be wrong about a lot of things. The only thing more wrong than being wrong is being bullheaded about it. And the only thing worse still, only thing more wrong still, is being belligerent about it. I've often said, if you have to resort to violence, belligerence, blah, 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 you need to rethink why. Sorry, some moron started to get in the right lane out of the way so I could go on. Actually hit their turn signal the way they're supposed to, then got jerked back over, and now they got over into the right lane without signaling. Why? We get back to people being morons. But like I've said oftentimes, if you have to resort to violence or belligerence, blah, 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 vulgar language even, you need to take a step back and reconsider where you're at in your beliefs and your argument. If someone, if you are confronted with opposing information, this is really bad on YouTube, and your immediate response is to call them trolls, shills, and everything else, start name calling and everything else, you need to reconsider where you're at. I'm willing to wager they're not trolls, they're not shills. They were looking into a topic, found that you were wrong, and just trying to let everyone know, hey, this is not right. It happens. I've done that. There for a while, I was subscribed to several quote-unquote truther channels, because there's so much BS going on with all this 24-hour news media. They're so quick to get the news story out. They're not getting out the facts, or what they're putting out as facts is less than credible. Well, yeah, that's what helps create conspiracy theories. And that's what got me into the truther movement and looking into those, the truther conspiracy theories. The fact of the matter is, I would then in turn research it, and if there's something credible about what's being said, yeah, I'm on board. If not, then I would go to these channels that I subscribe, say, hey, something's iffy, you might want to reconsider this. Because it's possible to miss stuff. It's true, I miss stuff. You miss stuff. We're human. We make mistakes. We should try to learn from them and move on. But the fact of the matter is, some people cannot accept that and then they attack you. Well, the fact of the matter is, if you're going to go around attacking people, you are the troll, you are the shill. At that point, especially if you're trying to get people to buy you stuff all the time. Yes, there's a channel I'm describing doing crap like this. Right now, their power cord on their camera is messed up. Rather than wanting a new power cord, they're wanting a whole new camera so they can record their news and the people stalking them who are parked in parking lots, and the horror cars in parking lots, sometimes same cars in the same parking lot every day, and they're stalking them. So they're throwing this fit. Oh, need a new camera, except the new camera they're wanting is not primarily a video camera, it's primarily just a regular still digital camera, specifically a Nikon Coolpix P900, I believe it is, $700 camera, just regular old digital camera that can also do a few videos. And people are calling them out for this and being attacked for this. The fact of the matter is, if you're constantly having to defend yourself from people you're labeling as trolls, shills, blah, 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 you are wrong. Or not necessarily wrong, but you need to reconsider what you're doing and the message you're spreading. Chances are you are in fact in the wrong. And these people that you're calling out for this are just trying to expose you for what you are. And that being said, just because someone's trying to expose you for your wrong deeds, doesn't necessarily mean they're saints. The fact of the matter is, if we cannot examine the things we say, the things we do, the things we believe, the things we project of ourselves, if we cannot examine them, if we cannot find fault, if we cannot accept criticisms, chances are you are in the wrong. And if you're so ingrained in yourself that you cannot accept that you can be wrong, you in fact are wrong. If you want to view yourself as infallible, as many people do, you're wrong. It doesn't matter the fact that you are true about what you said was true, you're wrong. And if you're going around wishing harm on other people and saying people deserve to be physically harmed when that person has done nothing physically to another person or bullied anyone, hasn't done anything aggressive to someone, you're wrong. You need to step back and re-examine where you are, what you believe, because you're wrong. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on the matter. I know I kind of got sidetracked a bit. You should be used to it by now. I'm going to get off here and leave y'all alone. Let me know what you think. If you want to share, go ahead. Just send a link out to my video all you want. Maybe I can break double digits. If not, I'll just do another video where I try to sing and I'll torture y'all. Anyway, later.